I'm here to share with you the future of agriculture in Sierra Leone. Coming up. Agriculture is the best prospective industry in Sierra Leone. The agricultural sector, including livestock and forestry, is a critical component of Sierra Leone's economy. It employs about 2/3 of the labor forces, and according to the World Bank, it contributes more than 60% of the GDP. Fortunately, the country is endowed with a favorable agricultural environment comprising arable lands, abundant rainfall, temperate climates, and several rivers with significant irrigation potential that could support the production of enough food to meet local consumptions and for exports. At the moment, 80% of foodstuff consumed in the country are imported. Yet, of the estimated 5.4 million hectares of fertile arable land, 75% remains uncultivated, which is the more reason you should invest in agriculture in Sierra Leone. The land is suitable for the cultivation of a wide range of crops, including rice, which is our staple food, cassava, maize, millet, rubber, ginger, vegetable, fruits, sugarcane, also cash crops such as cocoa, coffee, and palm oil, and the rearing of livestock. Due to the absence of a big investment, the sector is dominated by smallholders, subsistence farmers, utilizing the local traditional tools with outdated method and limited farm inputs. However, a few commercial agricultural companies operate in the production of biofuel and energy, palm oil, timber, rice, sorghum, growing and canning pineapples, manufacturing juice concentrates, and agricultural machinery contracting services. The country is one of the world's richest fishing grounds, with more than 500 kilometers of coastline and a continental shelves of 30,000 square kilometers fed by 7 major rivers. The region boasts of a viable commercial fish stock, including shrimps, lobster, demersal, and pelagic species. Fisheries contributes over 10% of the GDP and provides an estimated 80% of animal protein, with direct employment for more than 100,000 persons and indirect employment to some 500,000 persons along the coastal line. Yet it is challenged by poor management regime, weak infrastructure, and fishery support service overfishing, and is severely impacted by illegal, unreported, and irregulated fishing, with the main culprits being foreign fleets whose illegal activities are confined within the exclusive economic zone. Based on that, policies, actions entailed in the medium-term National Development Plan 2019 and 2023 include diversifying agricultural, fisheries, and tourism. Government is therefore revisiting the policy and legal framework governing these sectors to make them more attractive, to enable the environment to achieve sustainable and diversified food production. The government is focused on increasing the amount of cultivable land and introducing intensive mechanized method in agriculture and promoting sober commercial fishing practices, combating the IUU through effective monitoring using surveillance, patrol, and providing the necessary infrastructure in fishing. In agriculture, priorities action includes 8 trillion leones or $800 million National Agricultural Transformation Strategy 2019 to 2020, which plans to double production in rice, crops, forestry, and livestock. The government also plans to increase budgetary allocation to 10% for the agricultural sector to align with the Maputo Accord and attract external investment to boost productivity through mechanized commercial agricultural development, alongside over $200 million funding which has been sourced from the World Bank, the Food and Agriculture Organization, the European Union, and other international organizations. The government further plans to inspire mining farms to invest in agriculture in support of their mining communities, encourage banks to lend for agricultural purposes, and compel politicians within the ministerial and parliamentary cadre to invest in agriculture. In fisheries, the government in 2019 signed a $29.8 million partnership agreement for the construction of a fish harbor complex with a repair quay and a transshipment facility. The complex will also provide a cold storage facility, bonded store, ICs, purchase of fish and fishery products for export, and maintenance of fishing and patrol vessels. A $3.2 million partnership agreement to improve fish smoke oven and water, sanitation and hygiene has also been signed. A multi-purpose surveillance and patrol vessel to police the entire EEZ has been secured, and a radar system installed to surveillance and monitor the country's water. Therefore, investing in the local production, processing and marketing of rice, oil, palm oil, cocoa, coffee, cassava, groundnut, vegetable, fruits and livestock are leading subsector. The local production of rice, the staple food that we have, is also a very small fraction of what is consumed annually. And the government is looking for investors to boost the production and reduce the large annual imports, exhausting the limited foreign exchange. The cultivation of cassava provides for the industrial production of flour and saves its importation. Therefore, investors can venture into the rehabilitation of the existing cocoa or coffee plantation or establish new plantations. The supply of agricultural inputs like fertilizer, improved seed, agrochemicals, animal feeds, and veterinary input is another important sector. Partnership with local farmers to expand cultivation, establish adequate storage and preservation facilities, and value addition chain are aspects that will eliminate post-harvest wastage, especially perishable crops like vegetables and fruit. Domestic production is not sufficient to make the local demands for proteins and livestock production in cattle, sheep, goat, pig, and poultry farming as a large market all years round. What are the opportunities that you should invest in Sierra Leone? One of the major constraints facing the agricultural and fishery sector is the use of modern technology and mechanized equipment in the intensive cultivation of crops and the processing and preservation of fish catch. Development partners do fund projects requiring the use of machineries and other imported equipment. Labor-saving agricultural equipment like tractors, power tiller, plow, and harvesters are opportunities for investors or exporters in the country. The topography generally offers potential for irrigation and cultivation and can have up to 3 cycles in a year, particularly for rice. Adding value to agricultural products through processing and manufacturing presents an opportunity for investors for both the domestic and the international market. Other cross-cutting areas like agro-logistics and packaging are useful aspects required for local manufacturers for the international market. Investment opportunity also exists in fish processing and value addition, with significant economic potential for high-value exportable fish, including snapper, grouper, catfish, tuna, cuttlefish, squid, lobster, and herring. With various opportunity, it is important to invest in this sector now in Sierra Leone. If you find value in this video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of our new video. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.